Good afternoon or evening, everybody. This is the joint Lemoore City Council Lemoore Redevelopment Successor Agency meeting, Council Chamber 429 C Street, April 19th, 2022. Please silence all electronic devices as a courtesy to those in attendance. Looks like we only got to say it once tonight. And so we're going to do our call to order, followed by invocation. And after invocation is please stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. So go ahead and call to order. Marissa? Roll call? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. For some reason, I thought she did the roll call and call to order. So we'll go ahead and do the invocation at this time. Mr. Pastor John. Yeah, got a little ahead of myself. Here, hold on.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we come before you tonight. We just thank you for an opportunity to meet. We thank you for the leadership that you've put in place here in Lemoore. Pray that you would give each council member wisdom. Pray that this would be a time to just be able to review things and just seek your counsel as they continue to lead and make decisions for the city, Lord. Again, we just thank you for our military and for our first responders, for our police department, our fire department, and just pray that you continue to use them to guard and protect our freedoms and to guard our city, and just to continue to have your hand upon them. We pray for all things that are on our heart tonight, that we'd lay it before you. And again, you would go before us and just continue to guide us, and let this be a city that you would have your hand on all the time. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Ready? Salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor John. Hey, should we do roll call now, or should we do invocation again? All right.
Councilmember Orth?
Here.
Councilmember Gornick is absent. Councilmember Cheney?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Matthews?
Here.
And Mayor Lyons.
Sort of here.
Thank you.
Okay. Agenda approval and additions and or deletions, seeing none. Okay, we'll take it to public comment. Public comment will be in accordance with the attached policy. This time is reserved for members of the audience to address the city council on items of interest that are not on the agenda and are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the council. It is recommended that speakers limit their comments to 3 minutes each, and is requested that no comments be made during this period on items on the agenda. The council is prohibited by law from taking any action on matters discussed that are not on the agenda. Prior to addressing the council, any handouts for council will be provided to the city clerk for distribution to the council and appropriate staff. The public will have an opportunity to comment on items on the agenda once the item has been called and the mayor opens the item for public comment. Any public comment at this time? Oh, we have takers. Hello, please say your name and your address.
My name is Michelle Weiser. My address is 3267 Morning Dove Lane in Hanford. I am here tonight because I am the track operator at Lemoore BMX, and I wanted to come and let City Council know and invite everybody out to our state qualifier race this weekend. Saturday, we'll be hosting our California State Qualifier race. We'll be bringing riders, families from throughout the state, north, south, from everywhere to Lemoore to race our race. We're expecting at least 500 riders, probably more. So I wanted to invite everyone to that this weekend on Saturday. Friday night, we're also racing a series race that we're holding with 2 other tracks in California, one in Bakersfield, one in Sacramento. We've teamed up to do, it's called an I-5 series race. We've been working together on trophies and those kind of awards for that race. So people will be arriving in town Friday for that, our race on Saturday. And then we are also racing at our other track in Hanford on Sunday. But yep, Saturday. So I wanted to I have flyers. I can give them, I don't know if I need to give them to her and she can pass out to everybody, but I have flyers for this weekend. And if anybody wants to come out and see what the track's about, we held our first race in 2016 and we've just been growing since then. So it's been a little while since we've been here and talked about the track, but our first big event of the year, Saturday, and then yeah, so come out and see what it's about.
What time on Friday? and
Friday
Saturday?
night signups are 5:30 to 7. We'll race right after 7. Saturday signups are 10 to noon, and we'll probably race about 12:30. We'll start with the little guys on the balance bikes, which are 2 to 5-year-olds. And then we'll start the big track racing right after that. So we'll have food, we'll have vendors, we'll have raffle prizes, we'll have lots of people. It's an all-day event. So come out and see what it's about.
Thank you very much.
Nothing on Sunday. No, Sunday, not in Lemoore. We have another one Sunday in Hanford. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll also go ahead and post that to the city Facebook page.
Thank you.
Hello, Susie Banuelos, 892 Cedar Lane. And I just want to piggyback a little bit on what Michelle said. I wanted to thank Mayor Pro Tem Matthews and I believe Councilmember Orth have both been out to the Lemoore track. I think on a regular Monday night race. I want to thank you guys for showing some attention to the track and talking to some of us out there. But we know the pizza festival is also going on all 3 days that our tracks are having our activities. But we're also gonna encourage our racers. I don't know if you're familiar with racing, but you race, and some make it onto the main event and some don't. So we can encourage them to come check out the pizza festival as well. So we can cross promote. And if they get tired of the pizza festival, they come check out some racing because spectating is always free. And so is parking. But I did want to thank you both specifically for showing support and talking to us and addressing some issues we've had in the past. And we always welcome the council to come check out a really amazing sport that is open for anyone and any level. And it's kind of go at your own pace. You don't have the time to practice certain days a week. You go when you want, advance as you want. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Ms.
you.
Manuelos.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Could you please state your name and address?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Dave Brown, 89 Devon Drive, Lemoore. Just want to say good job to council, city manager, public works, getting that water tank out there, West Hills College back up. I don't know if water's in it yet, but it's being built, and that's very important to this city. So just want to say good job. Job well done. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Anyone else? Okay, seeing none. We'll go ahead and move on to ceremonial presentations, and seeing that there's none, we'll take us into the department and city manager reports.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. First up tonight is Mr. Frank Rivera.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. Yeah, thank you. Regarding the tank project, yeah, it's coming around along nicely. They're inside continuing to paint. They got the interior roof done. And so now they'll be working on the walls and then moving to the outside. So they got about another 2 or 3 more weeks of painting out at the well site number 7 tank. Regarding our current street road project, that one's almost done. The only thing left to do is some slurry on Hanford Amona Road. And then they're going to actually pave Aspen Court this Thursday. And then there's some more crack filling and deep patching on the westerly end of Hanford Amona Road near the Caltrans right away. But yeah, that one's gone pretty smoothly. It's almost done. Water division has been busy replacing broken water meters and repaired the broken water line downtown last week. And they've been swapping out hydrants that have been knocked over. So that's it.
Thank you, Frank. Chief Kendall.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Just a couple reminders. This Friday at 10 at the Civic, is Officer Diaz's overpass presentations, ceremony with Senator Hurtado's office. And then in May, on the 18th at 10 at the Kings County Government Center is the Kings County Peace Officer Memorial, and it is our year to host. So we'll be out there.
Thank you, Chief. So quick update for me. I had a lengthy conversation with the State Department of Drinking Water today, and we're finalizing some details and getting some data to them, but we're hoping to be testing on our new water system at the sites within the next 90 days. So we're able to figure out a way to get some power out there and get things going. So just working through the final details, and we'll keep up on that, but we're trying to get these plants online. Thank you.
Okay, so that's gonna take us, there's no more staff report. All right, saw staff out there, thought they had something to say. Consent calendar, section 3. Items considered routine in nature are placed on the consent calendar. They will be considered and voted upon in one vote as one item unless a council member or a member of the public requests individual consideration. Consent calendar 3-1, approval of minutes, regular meeting, April 5th, 2022. 3-2, approval of minutes, the special meeting, April 5th, 2022. 3-3, approval of second reading ordinance 2022. Adopt a military equipment use policy pursuant to Assembly Bill 481. 3-4, approval of second reading ordinance 2022-03 and 2022-04, pre-zoning number 2021-03 and planning unit development number 2021-01 for tract 935. 3-5, approval of budget amendment and agreement between the County of Kings and the City of Lemoore to provide a sub-award for fiscal year 2019 State Homeland Security Grant Programs funding. 3-6, approval subdivision agreement and final map tract 820 Energy Homes Inc., DBA GJ Gardner Homes. 3-7, approval of budget amendment purchase of APNs 024-080-074, 8.6 acres, and APN 024-080-076, 10.55 acres. 3-8, approval of notice of completion, CIP 5313, the Bush Street Sewer Repair Project. 3-9, approval of change order for Ad-Edge for electrical work on city wells. 3-10, approval of the notice of completion, CIP 5019-2021, the annual road maintenance project. So council, would any members of council like to pull 3-1 through 3-10? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to open it to the public. Would any members of the public like to pull any items on the consent calendar? Okay, back to council. Council, I'm looking for a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Okay. Second,
I'll second it.
Mr. Orr. Ms. Matthews.
Are we saying yes or aye? Because every time I say one thing, everybody changes it.
That's
after
the
I
fun
say
in
it.
it.
Aye.
Mr. Orth,
Aye.
Mr. Cheney.
Aye.
Yes, I say yes.
Of course.
Okay, so it's going to take us to public hearings, and seeing that there is none, it's going to go to new business. Report and recommendation. ARPA Ad Hoc Committee recommendation to the City Council. Ms. Rolls.
Yeah, so good evening, Mayor and council members. So per the request of council, we did have an ad hoc committee on some of the ARPA funds. And the participants in the ad hoc from the community were Mr. Tom Reed, Mr. Dave Brown, and then Miss Marissa Trejo. So we thank them for coming in, and then we had our council members there as well. So we talked about different aspects and varying aspects of the ARPA funds, and that was basically the $6.3 million that the city received from the feds during COVID. we talked about a lot of different things. The consensus from the ad hoc committee would be to use the remaining balance of those ARPA funds to fund the city's new software for basically keep the city running. So that was about a $1.3 million spend. We had budgeted $450,000, 400 or 450,000 this year. So depending how council directs us to go, again, that was a recommendation to use it for that. Doesn't mean we have to use it all for that. You can still make your own recommendations. But that would pretty much use up all the ARPA funds that the city received. That would take away the balance. We would obviously come back to council at a later date with the final resolution for how the ARPA funds were all dispensed. But right now we're currently working on about 1.3 that was left over. And right now there's a big expense on the general plan for the new software for the city. Can I take any questions?
The first year was 400,000 or?
It was either 400 or 450, 430.
Then,
for this year, and then next year, remember, it's like a 3-year implementation, and these ARPA funds give us till 25 to spend.
Was it 25, 24?
24, December 24, yeah, 24. So it's an approved expense. So that's what staff was recommending. That's what the ad hoc committee recommended. That's it, I guess, unless you have questions.
Now it will come back to us to decide what we're going to do, correct? You're going to give us a report that this is what it was done, and then we're going to say yay or nay or.
Yes, we'll still bring back the official action that outlines everything the ARPA funds were used for to date. And this is kind of the last piece to get that spending all accounted for. So then once it's all accounted for, then we'll be coming back to council with the resolution to finalize it and dot the i's and cross the t's. Now, I will remind everybody that we did have in our last master plans, we had cumulative $90 million worth of projects for water and wastewater in those to take us out past the year 2040. These ARPA funds are fully usable for any water or wastewater infrastructure projects. So we could use this money, 12 times over just on public utilities. And we have used quite a bit on the water side of the business, as well as some
Premium pay.
Pardon me?
The labor.
The labor,
Side.
there's a term for it. I'm blanking right now.
Well, the COVID pay.
The COVID pay, yeah, the premium pay, thank
Premium
you.
pay.
So in attachment with that, thank you. I was drawing a blank on that. So that's kind of where we're at to wrap up the ARPA funding.
And the first, just to clarify, the first payment for the software is in this year's budget.
Yes.
So we've already actually budgeted to pay that first payment this year. And it's probably gonna, if it hasn't already been paid, it's gonna be paid between now and June 30th, correct?
Yes, now and at the end of the year. And we did have about $1 million deficit going in this year. So we're still finalizing numbers and where we're at, but we don't get a lot of our incomes until the final, April, May, June timeframe. So we still don't really have a full gauge on where we're going to end, and we probably won't have till late summer a better idea. So this would be one where we could put some money towards it and know that we're at least chewing into that deficit.
Good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to open it to public. Would anyone on the public like to comment or question on this? None? All right. Public comment, back to the council. Council, we're looking for a motion to approve the recommendation of the ARPA ad hoc committee regarding the remaining ARPA funds.
I have a quick question, actually.
Okay.
What would be the consequences if we table this to see where we end up? Is it a pressing thing that we need to decide on tonight, or?
I don't believe so, no, because we have till 24 to spend the funds. So,
Okay,
I mean, the reality is it'll, like we just did our audit, our final audit from the 21. So about this time next year, we'll really know where we finished 22 at, or this current year. So yeah, we would still have some time. It just we could offset costs in another year with it.
Okay, so Is there a motion there or is there?
Or may I even just maybe just take it, if you want to do the 430 this year and use, and then leave the other 900 unaccounted for or something. I mean, there's options. Like I said, this was the recommendation, but it's really at council's discretion how they want us to spend this money.
Anybody else have any thoughts?
Nathan, if you don't see a problem with it, I mean. It's not gonna,
Problem what? Just,
just tabling it, I guess, to bring it back at a later date.
yeah.
We can bring it back at any time, correct?
Yes.
We can just add it to,
Yeah, either I can just bring it back
Give
at
us
a
a chance to
prescribed
chew
time
on it
or
and figure out when we get a little bit closer and maybe. Is that what you're saying? Tabling it?
mhm. Just to kind of see where we are,
Okay, so then
in my opinion.
5-1, no action taken.
Well, or someone could make a motion to table the item.
I will make a motion to table
And I'll second it.
Okay,
5-1.
so I have a motion by Ms. Matthews and seconded by Mr. Ord. Ms. Matthews, how do you vote?
Yes,
Mr. Ord,
Yes.
Mr. Cheney?
Aye.
I vote aye as well. So table it is. On to 6-1, brief city council reports and requests. We'll go ahead and start off with me. And I'd like to thank Pastor John for coming. Well, he's gone, but thank you, Pastor John, for coming on in. And the girls from the BMX, Michelle and Mrs. Susie Banuelos. Susie, is that you still?
Yeah.
Still, she's still here. Okay. So thank you for coming down for that, Mr. Brown. Thank you for coming in and saying your nice words. Hey, did you guys notice how nice the front of city council looks? That's Parks and Recs doing that, yeah?
pardon me?
The front of the chambers, the grass and everything?
No, that's maintenance. That's Ray's group.
So,
But I should say Ray has been recently promoted. So Ray is now the new building official for Lemoore, and we're trying to find a new Ray. We just posted that job today.
trying to find a new Ray, huh?
And we need a Ray replacement.
We need a Ray replacement.
I don't know if we're gonna find somebody quite as honorary as Ray.
So
but
then that's
we'll
not-
find somebody.
That's not Parks and Rec that's doing all that work. That's
No, that's Ray in the maintenance group.
okay. Well, thank you to those fellows. And Sheila Taylor for this, the Easter egg hunt downtown.
Yep.
I saw the two of you guys down there. Mr.
Yep.
Cheney, I know you were around because I know you like Easter eggs. But that was a really neat event downtown. It was had a really good turnout. So that's all I have. So since ladies go first, Miss Matthews.
I attended the Lemoore High School's every 15 minutes event that they put on, which I had never attended before. So that was a pretty cool, I don't know what
Event?
event. Yeah, that's the word I'm thinking. For kids to show the importance of not driving drunk. It's pretty powerful on both days, I think, but the second day was definitely, that one will get you.
Did they put the kids in costume and send them to school?
I wasn't at like in the classroom.
No, I know, but I know there's a whole production with it. Like they have
Yeah.
court and the whole nine.
Yeah, the court was televised, like recorded,
Mhm.
but then they had like the funeral right there for two of the kids, and they showed like the hospital and all of that in between that we didn't see on the in the bowl. So it was a very good production. So kudos to everyone that helped out with that. Police department, fire department, CHP, American Ambulance, I believe, was out there too. And anybody else that I am not mentioning. Takes a lot of people to get it done, and it was very well done. Also want to thank the water department for getting the water back on downtown. I appreciate it very much. I don't have to water them with jugs anymore. So thank you for that. And they're still alive. So
Looks good.
get off my back. I also attended last week Cal City's roundtable regarding housing. It was just kind of a roundtable with different city leaders talking. So, it wasn't too much informational, just sharing what they're going through in their towns, but it was still helpful. Also attended the Cal City's general membership meeting. Met a lot of cool people there, so hopefully doing some networking there. Attended also the downtown Easter celebration, which was very well attended. The weather was perfect. Couldn't have been a better day. Lots of kids downtown, families downtown. It was really nice to see people, families getting dressed up, taking their family Easter pictures with the Easter bunny. Just a good time, and thank you to everyone that helped in that. Sheila, Parks and Rec, also Lemoore Lions.
Yeah,
There's
they did
two
the
of
hot
them.
I
dogs.
know, I don't want to say the
Don't get it
wrong
wrong.
one.
More Lions, isn't it?
I think it was one of the
Lions
Lions
Club?
clubs.
More
Yeah.
Lions Club.
I could smell the hot dogs from where I was, and I just want to say nobody offered to bring me one. So next year, if I'm out there, if anybody wants to bring me a hot dog, I will not complain. Also coming up, bike night tomorrow at the Fleet Reserve. I believe it starts at 6 or 6:30. If you want to come out and support that. KCO food distribution. The next one is on April 21st at Lifeway Church on East Bush. And then Pizza Festival, obviously, the 22nd through the 24th at Veterans Memorial Park. And don't forget to check out the BMX races as well. Just go back and forth all weekend long. You just have a good time. And with that, I believe I am done.
I just double checked. It is the Lemoore Lions Club,
Okay,
the
good.
Lemoore Recreation, and the Downtown Merchants. put on the
Okay.
event.
Perfect. All of them rock.
Mr. Cheney?
On April 30th, the Central Valley Blood Bank will have a blood drive at the Living Waters Church, 350 East Monroe Road. On the 21st, KCAO will do a tour of the pantry at West Hills College. And I just want to thank the fire department and all the city employees for their work. They make Lemoore what it is. So, thank you.
Councilmember Cheney, do you have a time for that blood drive on the 30th?
That blood drive is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Mr. Ward?
I'd like to start off by Sheila did an awesome job this weekend. There was a lot of people out there. Downtown looked awesome. Very well attended. I also want to thank Ray's guys, Greenleaf's guys. The front of our council looks great. Everybody, all the city workers are busting their tail, keeping us looking good. And I appreciate the police, the fire, everyone doing good. Go out, watch the kids ride their BMX bikes. It's amazing to watch those kids do that. And I think that I would probably have a heart attack if I did it. So it's awesome. We're gonna have a good Officer Diaz's dedication, or I think it's called dedication Friday. That'll be fun. And then the pizza festival this weekend. We will have a booth out there. So anyone wants to come out and visit us and talk to us, and it's open to everybody. Well, I don't know if you have to pay to go in there.
The pizza festival?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. So come talk to us, and we're all going to be down there. Most of us will be down there. Not all of us, but we do have
Only 2 weeks.
we
Two
do,
at a time.
it's gonna be probably 2 of us, but, oh well. There'll be pizza down there, Patty, though, so maybe we can buy some pizza. Not
Most
get
definitely.
pizza, buy.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much. Everyone have a safe weekend, blessed time, and let's move forward.
Thank you. Adjourn.